Okay guys, morganslv here. Let's go over metals real quick. $13.95 for gold, $26.73 for silver. Today's date 11/6/2010. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to be all over the board today, so put on your seatbelt and let's go. Price controls. Talking about price controls, I've said in one of my previous videos the fact that I remember farmers pouring milk down the drain on the news, and I couldn't believe it as a 5-year-old kid. You know, when you're dunking your graham crackers in that good tasting milk, why would they possibly be doing that? And I remember the farmer saying, you know, if I can't make a profit bringing it to market, I won't bring it to market. I'll dump it down the drain first. That was really wild to me, and I mean, it's so bizarre to think that all these years later I would be commenting on that same thing, right? That you know, if the government does institute price controls, they're going to create a black market. One of the people on Peter Schiff's radio show asked him today, you know, should my mom keep the Cougarans that she bought or the gold slugs that she bought, the rounds? And he said, yeah, I wouldn't sell them. He goes, if you'd like to, I mean, you can sell them to our company, Euro Pacific Capital. He goes, but I would keep them because she might need to barter them in the future. And that was something that he hadn't really thought of, his caller, and you know, of course, thanked him for the advice. The other thing is watch out for paying too high a premiums for your metals. You know, my deal is this. I know a guy, to say he's wealthy is a drastic understatement. He's got Spanish gold, Cougarans, and numismatic coins from 3 different shipwrecks that Spanish shipwrecks that had fallen in our U.S. waters, and he's really proud of the fact that he's got all that gold. The other thing is, you know, when I kind of schooled him on the fact that, you know, silver outperforms gold, one of the things that I could not bring myself to say to him to his face is the fact that, you know, if the S hits the fan as bad as we think it might, that gold will no longer have numismatic value. In other words, it'll be worth its melt value. So in other words, it doesn't matter what picture's on it, it doesn't matter what date is on it. So all I concentrate on is when I buy my rounds and my bars is that they're from a known mint. That's about all I care about, to be honest with you, at this time. I mean, numismatics, I don't give a rip. As far as people in the stock market, I like this statement. Any gains Americans see will be offset by the decline in their purchasing power. So once again, another person that I knew, he's probably in the $200,000 range a year gross income, him and his wife, and he was telling me how one of his mutual funds went up 7,000 this year, right? And once again, I didn't have the heart to tell him, well, but you need to understand, you know, the stock market's been crashing since around 2000. If you price it against gold, or if you price it against other assets, you'll see that there's an actual decline. So in other words, that 7,000 that it went up was offset by the decline in the purchasing power of the dollar. It's just something for you guys to watch out for. And I know there's probably a lot of people that watch my channel who are in my age range that their parents, you know, are completely vested in getting ready to retire, or them themselves are getting ready to retire, and they're in the market. And I feel sorry for people that are comfortable with that, because I believe you're one of the sheep that soon will be slaughtered, i.e. through inflation. You know, you may always get a check, it just may not buy anything. Just something for you guys to really think about. You really, really need to study it. Take a hit on your 401k if you have to, but I'd get out of it. I'd get out of any U.S. denominated assets and get into hard assets, gold and silver mainly. Silver for me. As far as the Fed, they don't have an exit strategy. They want us to believe that they can leave interest rates artificially low for God knows how long, and then also keep the genie in the bottle as far as inflation. First of all, anything, I have 2 statements for that. Anything that the Fed does, there's a lag time. So you know, it's pretty wild. You know, when it's almost like maybe chess or checkers, or, you know, playing poker, as you guys know I'm a big fan of. You know, a move you made 4 moves ago may kill you 2 moves from now, right? So in other words, there's a lag time for, you know, when an action has been taken. It may take months before you realize exactly what actually happened, and now you're wiped out. So there's always a lag time. Whatever the Fed does to us, there's a lag time, and that's how they kind of lull you to sleep, I believe. It's part of their, you know, it acts to their benefit. right? And God knows what's going to happen with this next this QE2. You know, right? I mean, it's just amazing to me, and there's a lot of days where it's hard for me to, you know, to paste a smile on my face. I just got through watching Brian Regan. He's a comedian. I had to stop what I was studying and go laugh, because I think you need to do that, right? I mean, it's important to do that. You got to keep your spirits up. So by the time you figure out all effects done by the Fed, by the time you figure it out, the damage has already been done, right? So the bottom line is this, you know, put oil in your lantern, in your lamp, as it was said in the Bible, and be prepared. You need to be prepared with your metals outlook. If you choose to do that, which I would highly suggest you do, you need to study up. DaVinci J15, once again, I mean, I know I mentioned his name a lot, but man, the guy calls a lot of stuff correct. He's just got a good head on his shoulders. Silver Futurist, man, the guy's got energy. I enjoy watching him. You know, some of his stuff is you know, looking at trees and stuff. Yeah, I'm digging that, but I really want to know what's going on with the economy, and that's why I watch him. You know, Maloney, Kiyosaki, Peter Schiff. I can't tell you how much you'll learn just go to his radio show. It's on every night now. It's on 5 nights a week. Peter Schiff radio show, and check him out. Morgan SLV out.